Oh, hello. I see myself on the stream. I'll assume that's me ready to nearly go. Give me a second. Turn my chair around. Playing this on a different TV than I was the thing earlier. Echo. Oh, okay, it's fixed. I thought it might be my end. I guess it's not my end. Anyway, hello, welcome to all the Getaway Black Monday All Races. So, if you don't know what the Getaway Black Monday is, the Getaway was a game on the PS2 which was meant to be a launch title that wasn't. It's meant to be like a cinematic game based on London gangster films, I guess. There's a technical term for it, I can't remember. And the Black Monday was the sequel. The main storyline of the game is not what we're doing. Here it is, blah 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 blah. I did that in Shots Fired not last Monday, not the Monday we just had, but the one before. I did a run of that category. But what you can do in the game is you can collect these key rings, and they unlock special secrety things, which include races. And this category is all the races you want unlock from that. So if Kona's ready, I'll actually don't start the timer yet. I want to do some load manipulation. I'm going to load this level and go back out, because if you do that, the load is quicker. Hang on. So this load will now be quicker, which is good. Okay, Kona, you can actually start in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So the interesting thing about this game is it's a open world London. It's kind of like open world London, basically. So for the races, they kind of try and make a track for you, but and they try and block ways off in really dumb ways, but you can get around those blockades really easily. Here's an example of that, if I can get it. First try. Fuck, I didn't. Okay, here's my backup. You can clip through these barriers really... Oh, God damn it. That's because I didn't get enough speed from the starting line. But let me show you what I mean by clipping through these things. God damn it, I'm going to reset the race, because my lineup is really bad. Oh yeah, I swore. Sorry, man. Fuck. As long as we're not playing the storyline in this game, there's a lot more swear words in it than that. Now let me actually do this correctly. Do the boost from the start line correctly. Get in front of everyone. Now I should have this just fine. Okay, so these barriers you assume you can't get through. Because of the game's poor collision, you can do things like that. If you go fast enough at these blockades, you can get through them. And that is the main strat in this category, is to get around blockades by clipping through them. So the game doesn't immediately fail you for being off course, but you hear the timer in the background just there. That's the game's idea of a timer, because there's no HUD elements in this game. There is a pause menu map though. I'm trying to think of a way to explain it. Hang on a second. See, I finished a lot quicker than the other opponents. Yeah, it doesn't fail you, it has a timer, and you have to get back to the race course before that timer ends. So, as long as you go quick enough, you can abuse things. This is probably one of the best ones. The end is right behind you, but they put this blockade up. But luckily, you have a really fast car, and this blockade is simple to get through. So, that's the end of the race. Yeah, there's some nice Comic Sans in around here. Oh, and everything advertised on these cars is a London Studios game. SingStar Party, iToy Play 2, Hardware Online Arena. This is Football 2004, I think, is the one they were advertising. And there's one with just Team Soho and London Studios on. This race is probably the hardest race in the whole thing. There's no clipping in this one because this car is ridiculously slow. That's the main problem, is this car being ridiculously slow. It's also quite tiny. But like, I'm going full speed and the AI just catch up so easily. I probably should explain what that thing I was doing earlier, where it looked like I was sitting in one spot, revving my wheels, and I got a really big speed boost. Yeah, if you hold down handbrake, in this game, you hold down handbrake, accelerate, and then let go of handbrake. Sometimes, as long as you do it, like, I don't know if it's RNG or if it's actually skill, but most of the time you get a nice big speed boost off of the starting line. And not just off of the starting line, you also get a nice big speed boost anywhere, which can include in front of barriers. Now, the way I'm going here should be a shortcut. Sometimes a load of AIs take it, sometimes none of them do. Looks like one of them has this time. Yeah, sometimes you can use that acceleration to clip through barriers really easily when you can't get a run up on them. There is a handbrake in this game, but the handbrake is horrible. So I don't usually use it to go around corners. Trying to slow down. Yeah, Hardware, if people don't know, Hardware Online Arena, I don't know if it came outside of Europe. It was packaged with the PlayStation 2 network adapter in Europe, at least. It was sold as a separate game, but they didn't get many sales, so they sold it. Sony gave it away with the adapter. Because this is a first-party Sony title, because the studio who made it is a Sony studio. So yeah. There is a Hardware Online Arena car in this, but unfortunately you don't get to use it in the races. And it's only near the end of this run you'll see it. Remember, this is a Christian stream. Yeah, sorry guys. Freaking, I don't know. Okay, we're good. Even with how bad that went, I still won. I've had real struggles with it though sometimes. Yeah, the turn signals in this game in the first game there was no map at all, so they were your way of it was the game's way of leading you around. But in this game there's a pause map, so you don't actually have to do that. What's a swear word? I don't know. I never say them. Getting a PB. Thanks for the congrats on getting the PB. Yeah, I just need a somewhat cleaner run. I'll have to admit that. I have a recording of it. If not, I'll just get it from this channel, whatever. Anyway, this is the bike one. So you can see we from the starting line, we immediately just turn straight around. This joins back up with the track, I think. It's hard to know without pausing, and I don't want to pause because it's slow. This isn't part of the track though, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to go up here. So this is just basically a shortcut. Turn right here, and then right onto Covent Gardens. And leave Covent Gardens. Spoilers and maybe disappointment to some. This is 20 races, but the second 10 races are the same as the first 10, except you get a different car, which can sometimes change things. But basically, if you watch the first 10 races and you don't like this, you might not want to watch might not want to watch the rest. There we go. Anyway, so this race is, there's a blockade behind us, right? And you might think, oh, how do I clip through that? Well, it doesn't matter, because you can just turn around and avoid it altogether. Yeah, some interesting things on the end of the races. Car of the week. Suitably priced vehicle or something is like that. Or smartly priced car, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, so we've turned around, and I'm pretty sure this is not part of the track, which is why it keeps indicating. See the track here because there's cones, so we're going to go on the track and then leave the track again, And now we're back on the track, I'm pretty sure. Kind of annoyed I had to reset at the start because now my splits are all showing red. I shouldn't have that on actually. Let me do what I do with the other one and oops, turn them off. The collisions in this game are really weird. Sometimes you can talking about collisions. Sometimes you can hit things and then kind of either phase through them or get pushed or get speed boosts from hitting cars. It's weird. I don't know. But luckily the races category doesn't have any traffic in it. The traffic can be a bit annoying. If any of you saw my run at shots fired, you'll know how annoying the traffic can be. It decreases your frame rate. The frame rate in this category is quite good because there's no traffic on the screen. The only time there's bad frame rate in this is either when I'm smoking my tires or if the other AI racers are on screen. Anyway, this is the end of this one. Anyway, you can see we finished way ahead of the competition. This isn't the. There's some. Sometimes if you have a race on a bike and you hold down accelerate as it's loading, you can get a speed boost that way. The next race involves bikes. So anyway, here's this trick. I'll turn the sirens off for your sanity. Oh, hello to do again. Yeah, this is my second. It's a final run. I don't have any more than this. Stream delay is really good. I like how the stream opened next to my TV. I know this roundabout. Probably like 15 seconds or something. Anyway, yeah. So that's the. That's kind of just a more direct route to here. Sometimes these cars will already be here though because they go ridiculously fast. So we're on the track right now. I'm going to turn this corner as fast as possible. And now I'm going to clip through an area here, hopefully without having to do anything else. There we go. Yeah, this is Diddy Kong Racing, guys. It's good. They moved it to London. Funny, right? Let's turn this corner. Turn this corner. Turn this corner. This is actually the location of the warehouse from the first game. I only realised that recently. I only know that because, yeah, I saw the little alleyway thing as the end. Yeah, trying to get these... do the clips without any extra setup is what you want to do. Yeah, all these races have names. I haven't been saying them. The first one was 8 Litre. I don't know why that's that. There's probably some reference I don't get. The second one is Oi Ladies. No, the first one. Sorry, the first one is Principal. The second one is 8 Litre. The third one is Oi Ladies. I didn't do that trick, by the way. Actually, I am actually going to intentionally reset to try this trick. I'm holding accelerate right now. No, it didn't work. Thought I'd see if it did. Either it's random or something, I'm not sure. Or it doesn't work on a reset, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, this is a really slow bike race. Yeah, third race was Oi Ladies because they're all ladies in a car. Riverside, and then East End, and then Rozzers because Rozzers is a nickname for the police. And this one's called the Mods. It's a really slow bike. They're still beating me even though I did this, by the way. They'll go in front of me in a second. There we go. So, half of them can't turn corners properly, although they all made it that time, so that's good. Now, they all go that way. Sometimes the AI takes shortcuts, but I don't know what changes it. Anyway, there's corner. The bike driving is really annoying in this game. This one is more annoying because it's slow. Anyway, now we're back on the track. Yeah, see, they're already behind me. This bike is just slow. I can't even remember. I don't know if it was Shots Fired or somewhere else. I asked it. There's an area of London, a junction on Oxford Street, where I don't know what it was called, and I had to ask someone in a stream, and I can't remember if it was Shots Fired, and I still can't remember the name of it. There's a mission in Anyway, here's how we get through this. By the way, it's not a clip. You just drive through the gap. Yeah, I still can't remember it. There's a junction you turn on in the storyline of Getaway. And I narrate your life. I don't know much about you, so I can't really. Isn't that a Morgan Freeman thing? I'm not sure if it's like Driver Parallel Lines. It's been a while since I played that. But yeah, the only reason I remember this junction in London is because we had an incident happen there yesterday in the UK, and it's the it was at the subway station that is on that junction that I remember saying about turning it. It's got like exits from the subway tubes on like each corner, I think, and they're really annoying in this game. You can really hit them. Anyway, there's a barrier behind you for this one, and there's a shorter way of getting to where I need to, which is doing that, but that way is really inconsistent. But for some reason this one is really easy to clip through. I say that as I mess it up. Sometimes you can feel like it's not even there. I'm gonna try it now. Like that. It seemed as if it wasn't even there. Anyway. Whoops. I forget when to turn on this. It's really hard to know where to turn in this race, because it's really a really disguised entrance. The instant there wasn't an instant. Yeah, that one. Apparently some people heard gunshots, but nothing was said. Anyway, this is one of the races where the ending is right behind the beginning. So there's a lot more to that race usually. Yep. It's kind of like that mission in the Getaway, which I'm referring to, but not at the same tube station. There's like a mission in the Getaway where, and in this game where they're watching some people on a CCTV camera or something. Yeah, in a tube station, and it's just some dude takes a shot at someone else, and that's probably either what happened or something. I don't know. Can't speculate. There was enough to shut down everything, apparently. Although, I think I'd rather have people safe than not shut everything down and then people die. It is an incident because people were injured, but it wasn't... Nothing happened, everyone just panicked and it spreads. Wow, what a conversation. Anyway, what did I just do? I did Sohos. I was explaining what I did during that, yeah. This one, that first bit is actually a shortcut. This second bit is not a shortcut. This is actually the track. I want to be going faster here, really. Incidental. Anyway, yeah, turning in that woods bit, the hitbox is really weird. So it can be a bit tricky. Anyway, now I want to try and clip through there. There we go. This actually cuts a lot off. You usually go around there, and then I think up another road. For some reason it doesn't think I'm on the track, even though I'm on the track. This is part of the race. It expects you're on the track up here though, so it's not too bad. There are a couple of skips in this one. Actually, this game is better for worse for bikes, because if you fall off a bike here, you ragdoll for like 10 seconds and then get back up. Barriers that aren't barriers, yeah, pretty much. Collision. There's a really easy way of getting out of bounds in this game, because of the bad collision. You can just drive through some barriers, but unfortunately everything unloads and it's not really much use. I guess it's probably a frame rate issue in regards to how often it checks collision. This is the 10th race, so after this all the races will repeat. This car's quite fast. This one's quite easy, so you turn around, do this, and I wait for my frame rate to drop. Once you get enough smoke on the screen, the frame rate drops. I can tell that, and I usually use that as an indicator. So even though it looked a bit weird when I was clipping through this, it would actually get away. It actually let me through in the end. Anyway, this corner's horrible. I always skid out on it. I need to slow down some more, I think. I'll be back on the track in a second. Actually, this isn't the track. This is where it lets me back on. It says, "Oh, I'm back on the track," but I'm not on the track. This is the track. It's just, it's as I call it, a designated shortcut. It's a shortcut the game wants you to take. This is a PS2 exclusive game to do though. Published by Sony and developed by a Sony studio. Probably emulate it. But to do is looking at picking this game up and beating my world record. What he's doing, but unfortunately it's not on PC, so he's kind of screwed. What he does for all my games, he just looks at them and goes, "Oh, I'll get that world record." Anyway. Car of the week. Anyway, so now we're going to do the same 10 races again, but with different cars. So this one is the first race, but with cabs instead. And one of those is probably a reference to the film Taxi, I have been told. Yeah, let's get a little bit of a boost off the starting line. Jumping through this bit here is a bit weird with this taxi. As you do it like here, I think. Yeah, there we go. Only happened once, yeah, but it'll happen again. The Marcel taxi, okay. Where's Gale where you need him? Anyway, yeah. Down here. So you cut off a lot of this race with this with that shortcut, because all you do is drive up and there's the end instead of having to go to the left and up and right. It probably is capped to 30 or 25 in my case, but I haven't been able to tell properly. Okay, so this is this one again, with different very fast cars, whatever they're called. Usually I just drive up to this lamppost for a reference for how far away I want to be. You could probably be a bit closer, but I've had issues, so I usually do that. So again, drive straight into the end, and you're done. So there's like a giant check box, like trigger box for when you've reached the end, as you can see, like, because the technically you're meant to finish from the other side, but it doesn't seem. Yeah. And change it. Yeah, maybe it is a smoke thing. Maybe that's what I'm doing by doing that. I kind of thought that once, but wasn't sure. There's power drive. Oh yeah, this one's the one with the init car. Yeah, there we go. Being driven by Mitch, who is a police officer in the game. I don't know why he's driving this car. Okay, I failed this stuff when I was practicing earlier, so hopefully I've got some practice in now. What I want to do is, because we have a faster car now, I can do things like this. There we go. Hoping that can be a bit awkward. So we're not going the slow route anymore. Go up here. And then turn here. And there's another hitbox, sorry, barrier to clip through. Yeah, I don't, it's just weird collision. I don't exactly know how it works. I just know that it does. Yeah, I get a bit more acceleration here. That didn't work very well, but whatever. Sometimes they'll still be behind me, see, even though I took these shortcuts. I have a funny feeling they'd like to rubber band. Look at that collision, though. And that dude doesn't know where he's going either, apparently. Yeah, you can cut the corners a little bit. Big Wang? What's that? What? Why did you just randomly say that? Probably a reference to something I'm not getting. Here we go. Oh, spoiler. Okay. Anyway. Oh, that was a gold split apparently. That's cool. I guess all that practice paid off. Anyway, so this is this bike one again where you turn around, but instead you're adult movie stars. Let's not let's be PG-13 or whatever I need to be. Basically, in the storyline of the game, there's this this part where you have to go interrogate a guy inside an adult movie studio. Let's call it that. And I guess they wanted to get the best use out of all their models, by which I mean game models, not There's really bad frame rate around there. I don't know why. I don't think Covent Gardens is that hard to render, is it? What is the time? My country, anyway. 11 past 11. Nice. Is that Simpsons emote mine, or is that someone else's? Oh, it's Wi-Fi's. Okay, cool. I didn't think I had that on FOZ or anything, but I sometimes forget what I have, so... Oh, that was gold as well. Guess my driving is getting good. Okay, so what my estimate for this category is 45 minutes. My PB is 34:58. So yeah, anyway, this is this race again where I can just turn around. Careful lady owner, yeah. This corner's really bad, I always skid on it. Even though all I'm doing is hitting the brake. Not hitting handbrake or anything. Yeah, again, go on the track, go off the track. I don't even know who this guy is driving this car, by the way. I don't know if he's part of a gang or if he's part of the bank or what. For people who know the storyline, you might understand what I'm saying. If you don't, I'm probably saying random gibberish. So this one, you might see there are barriers there. You might think, why don't you just clip through them? Well, the first is once I had a problem clipping through them, and sometimes it seemed like it wouldn't trigger the me returning to the track properly, but that might have been a one-off because I've had that happen with this. The second thing is because it's faster to just go around the other bit with the cones. That's why I do that. Anyway, there's a Vauxhall. For people who were here earlier watching my other run, when I was talking about Opel and Vauxhall. Well, there you go. Oh, my chair is squeaky. People who watch my stream know my chair is squeaky. I'm getting a new one soon, hopefully. Anyway, this is the one. This was Roz's the last time we did this. But now it's Gang Cars. I think that might actually be what it's called. It's called Gang Race. Okay. I should have said the names really, but some somewhat funny names. The last one was Saloon. Superbike, Power Drive, Voodoo, Cabby. Not too interesting. This one's Gang Race, so again, not too interesting. Utility, Supercars. Hide and Seek is 19th. Hide being as in Hyde Park. And for some reason, the last mission is called Bonus, and the last race is called Bonus, and I don't know what. Pronounced Voxel is V-A-X. H-A-L-L? A Voxel? No, V-A-U-X, a Voxel. Someone who knows, they can probably post it in chat. Corner's the weird one. So, if you remember why I clipped through with the police car, that doesn't always seem to work with this one, but this area does, so I choose to do that. Spelled, yeah, there you go, someone typed it. Anyway, yeah, so we went to that barrier. Funny enough, there's another barrier there for some reason. I guess it's to stop you coming back down that way, but why would you want to go back down that way? I don't know. I think it's barriers there. Yeah, that's where that barrier is. Maybe you could clip through that barrier and go straight to here. Maybe that would be faster. But the thing with that, I remember having a hard time clipping through it. And, maybe you fail too fast, I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Anyway. We're not too far off of finishing now. Maybe another 6 minutes. My split's doing. I'm 1 minute behind. Only 1 minute because of me resetting at the start. Right, this is this one that had the really slow bike before. The route for this van is the same. Van's a little bit faster though. Hoxville. yeah, that's the UK's version of Opel. I don't know why they changed it. What's the most confusing thing is Opel released a car called Adam, the Opel Adam, which is a reference to, I think, the founder, called Adam Opel. But in the UK, it's called Vauxhall Adam, so it makes no sense. And I'm like, why is there a car called Adam? And apparently it's got something to do with personality or something, or like, this is your car because it's named after the human name, and I don't know. Weird, I don't know. I don't know why they named it Adam. Not really matters, to be honest, but maybe it's cheap. I don't know. Anyway, so you remember where I crept through the barrier with the bike? We're going to do the same here, but we're just going to clip through it. Quite easy. I actually slow down a bit before I clip through it, so I don't have too much speed coming out the other side. Although I still had too much speed, really. Anyway, and here, the hitboxes in this game are weird. Sometimes I'll hit walls and it'll glide me around, but it can still be a bit confusing. So I want to actually try and drive instead. What run is after this? Road Trip Adventure, I think, right? That's somewhat glitch-filled as well, but a bit more than this. Although the first bit of that run is not a glitch. It's just doing something you're not... It's not really intended for you to do, and then the next bit is a glitch. But yeah, you'll see it when you watch it. Anyway, this is this one again. Let's try and get this clip first time this time. Let's let that lower the frame rate, right? Yeah, okay. The RTA is next. Road Trip Adventure. That was done in a DDQ, so okay. Kona runs that. He's not running it here though. Anyway, this is the race with the. If you want to see it, this is what that race looks like. For context, and we skipped all of it by just clipping through something behind me. There might be a way of getting to the end of that race without clipping through anything, but clipping through the thing's faster, clearly. So, anyway, so this is hide and seek. I think maybe it's the cars with the front wheel drive, because that one when I did that, the smoke came off the front tires. Maybe it's those cars that have problems with the trick. I'm not sure. Also, collision. That's some good collision there. Anyway, so this is that one from earlier where I skip a fuck ton of it by flipping. I could show off what it actually looks like. This is what this one looks like. So you see that tiny road there? That's what we clip through. So you skip that whole giant loop to the left. Into why everyone's getting hyped over a timer. Okay, anyway, let's try and get through this. If you don't get through this now, I usually have to reset, unfortunately, because the timer bit on it is a bit weird, but usually I get it, so it's fine. This Road Trip Adventure, it's called Chrono G something or other in... Is it HQ? In Japan, but everywhere else it is called Road Trip Adventure, I'm pretty sure. And then there's Gadget Racers, but there's also another game called Gadget Racers that has the same name in that series. I don't know. Dumb. The naming of that series is all over the place. They've also got a tank game in Chrono G as well. It was released. I don't know what that's released as in the UK. I was about to say World of Tanks. It's not released as that. Something Tanks. I've got a copy. You wouldn't be able to tell it's a Chrono G game from the cover. Anyway, so there's that tank in front of me, by the way. That comes from... I'm assuming it comes from Hardware Online Arena, which, as I said earlier, is another London Studios game, so I assume they just borrowed the asset. Don't know about the other ones. Yeah, again, it's just to drive through the back there. Let's try and take this corner. Oh, okay, not too bad. Is that actually what that one is? Wow. If that is actually what that car is, you've identified something I haven't been able to identify. Yeah. There was a sequel to Hardware Online Arena on PS4, wasn't there? Don't know if that's any good. Pretty sure it's made by the same studio, so... And apparently, there was, oh, by the way, get ready for time. Kona. Time. Like, as I crossed the last finish line, I did time. That wasn't too bad, actually. I saved time towards the end. It was only plus 54 seconds off my PB because I was... if I didn't reset at the start, in the start race, I probably would have PB'd knowing me. But that's my luck, isn't it? So... Anyway, yeah, that's that. That's the whole. That's all 20. As I was going to say, there is a there was going to be a, I think there was going to be a Getaway 3, and there was going to be like an online section of it, and in the end they just converted that online section of that game into PlayStation Home. If you didn't, it's an interesting fact for you. At the end of my run, you can blame the Getaway for PlayStation Home, and then when PlayStation Home died, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, the timer hasn't stopped. I guess he's not around. On my end, I got a 35.53. My PB is... let me refresh. My PB is 34.58. So yeah. I assume Conan's not around and he's kind of not realised that was the last race. So, if he's not here... Hang on a second, I'll show something off quickly. I'll wait until he posts something in chat to imply that he has seen it. Okay, so ignore the dude on this bike. This is not what I'm here to show you, but unfortunately, he's the closest to this spawn, or this only spawns in this mode, I'm not sure. Here's that car that we just saw. Hardware Online Arena one, yes, look, this is pretty much Hardware Online Arena. Although you can't really do anything cool with it. You can't shoot out of it at all, that's really annoying. Like, at least make it, give it a gun. Anyway, this is part of the run, guys. Yeah, see, if you have a lot of traffic on the road, like I was saying before, the frame rate really chugs, as you can see. I'll show one more cool car off. It's not really a car. When is Kona here? Is he gonna get back? Okay. I'm ready to cut now. Here's this fun bike. Called a penny farthing. Thanks for watching. Enjoy RTA.